He's terrible. They terrible. Get off my screen.
You gonna get us kicked out of here, man.
I didn't say nothing wrong.
It better not say nothing
That's
about
Bill.
It better not say nothing about Return of the Mac song either.
Now you know they're gonna say so. That's Bill.
And that's Will.
Today on the Bill and Will Show, we're gonna talk
UFC Vegas.
UFC Vegas, man. They just had another event. UFC Dana White continues to bring the noise this weekend. Brunson won the fight. He was a heavy underdog, and he came back and he won his fight. Man, I wanted to ask you about Dana White, man. Is he ever gonna slow down? They keep on putting on fight after fight, man. He's doing amazing right now. He's spearheading everything, Gibson.
He need to keep on doing what he's doing. I do agree with you. I didn't at first, but I see now when they posted the money that these fighters need to get paid a little better than this.
Oh yeah.
They need to get paid way better than this because the UFC, man, is running roughshod through the sports. They're not having no problem with the virus. They putting on fights. They got some really good fights, upsets. They doing everything they doing everything they need to do to keep that sport alive, and it's working.
These guys right now are slaves to Dana White and their contracts right now. So when Dana White tells them to fight, it ain't gonna matter if it's a pandemic or anything. Y'all gonna get paid the same amount of money. I just seen after the Brunson fight, he called out the winner of the Robert Whitaker fight and the Cornier, I believe, Canier fight. Robert Whitaker just fought last 2 weeks ago. He gonna step back in the ring probably in another 3 months to fight again because that's what Dana White does. He gonna fight you until you drop and get your 3 fights. I guess he get these fighters tries to get these fighters 3 fights a year, which is every 4 months, which is gonna kill their careers because you getting hit in your head 3 times a year. Whew, that's bad.
You're not supposed to be in this sport forever, Will.
It's a career now, Gibson.
Yeah, but you should be making enough money to where you good.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. You don't. You get $12,000, and if you win, you get another 12, and then so therefore you get $24,000 if you win, and then half of that.
But when you be big,
or like John Jones, the biggest, he gets $100. He gets $500,000.
See, so that's what you're shooting for.
That's a lot of money.
You can't go into McDonald's and expect to be the manager day one.
Hold on, first.
You got to start on the fries and drinks.
Gibson, the best player is getting paid the fries and drink money. That's the problem. When you don't even pay your best player, your best stars, your best players saying your best stars are saying they don't get paid enough. So it ain't about they keep you on. Yeah, they make you a star, but you still get paid like you on a fry machine. Like you're flipping the patties over. You're not getting the star
They're not
money.
getting paid now. They're not getting paid. I saw the income. I make what some fighters are making.
When the income,
I thought that was pretty bad.
Yeah, it is. It's very bad for getting your face punched in every night to risk your life every night. Like you can risk your life doing this. This ain't no sport to where you might not make it home, and no one's died from UFC before.
But you can get seriously injured.
Yeah, you can get very injured to where your life is altering.
A couple ladies, man, they was swole up like what's that monster Frankenstein? They was mummified. They was knotted up.
And what you gonna have is at the end of the day, what you gonna get? A fight bonus for $50,000 because you got your face beat in. And you did. Man, come on, man. Dana White, Scrooge McGruff, Scrooge, whatever his name is, man. Dana White, you venting. You having more problems now. You going at your employees.
What was he venting about? I didn't see that part of it.
He's mad because of the trainers. He was mad this past weekend because a doctor kept talking to a fighter. A referee kept talking to a fighter longer than he was supposed to, and he didn't call the fight off. And then before, you had Herb Dean, Dan Hardy was going at Herb Dean, telling him to stop the fight. Dana White came out and said if anybody does that ever again, approaches a referee, if anybody approaches a judge that works for the UFC in that type of manner, again, he's going to fire him right on the spot. So you got Dana White going at his people that he employs. You got Dana White venting about cornermen and doctors, and you got Dana White venting about people wanting to make more money. You got Dana White venting about fake news. You got Dana White just venting. Everything he doesn't like, he says it, and he wears his emotions on his sleeve, and that's just Dana White. He's done a hell of a job giving us entertainment throughout these months, but Dana White is UFC has problems.
It looks like he's reckless and dangerous.
He does what he has to do as a businessman. He's put that sport on his back, and it's to where like he thinks no one knows better than Dana White, which is probably true, but you don't have to act that way, because you are a president of an establishment that isn't yours, and you need to know that the fighters keep you going, not Dana White. Yeah, that's how it goes, man. So, Izzy is gonna fight Paula Costa.
Oh man, I can't wait. I might even go to that fight.
Probably won't be no fans involved in that fight.
Oh, I can't go to the fight. Boy, I tell you what, if I could, we'd show our Bill and Will press pass and be right in there.
This month, Stipe versus Cormier.
Again?
Another one.
And another one.
And another one. They both gonna retire after the fight.
They need to. They need to. Daniel, man, let me say this about Daniel. Daniel, golly, man. In my opinion, he's had one of the most successful careers of a UFC fighter.
Big facts.
I mean,
his career.
Every time he won the championship, he got it because somebody had to vacate. He never won the fight to be champion. Now
he beat Stipe.
Yeah, he beat Stipe, but Stipe was asleep at the wheel. Stipe said, "This little short joker." When he beat that Mongolian monster from Africa, not Mongolian, but he beat that African guy,
that Nigerian monster.
That Nigerian monster. He said, "Oh, I can't nobody beat me." So when he fought Cormier, he said, "This little fat midget ain't gonna do nothing," and he got stung.
Hey,
but Cormier, man, he could fight. I mean, he could fight. But when it came to the top tier, 100% real champ, he couldn't do nothing with what's his name from Albuquerque?
John Jones.
He couldn't do nothing with John Jones, man.
But
every time he fought John, he couldn't do nothing with John Jones.
Other than John Jones, when John Jones was on his escapades, when he was on his binge, he was binging cocaine.
Having drug problems.
When he was having his problems.
Having drug problems.
When he was on his benders, that's the word. Daniel Cormier dominated the league. You know, he dominated that weight class, and he did his thing. In my eyes, Daniel Cormier will go down as being, it might be, I can't say bigger than John Jones, but he's right there with John Jones. You know what I mean? As being a fighter, his resume speaks for itself.
He's gonna be the Joe Louis to Muhammad Ali.
Well, yeah, whoever Joe Louis is. I seen him on American Gangster though, Joe Louis. But yeah, we got Gaethje also announced. Gaethje versus Khabib in October. That's gonna be a mauling. Gaethje get ready to get mauled and beat up. But UFC is put on. UFC 52, UFC 53, and UFC 54 has been announced. So I'm looking forward to those.
This is why the UFC is running roughshod through sports, and this is why they're successful. They don't have no COVID cases, and they putting on some really good fights.
They put on some really good fights. So hey, Dana, what you're doing is working.
This is why boxing is dead. Because the boxers, they scared to fight each other. They don't want to fight.
Prize fighting. It's about prize fighting. They get paid a lot of money over there, and without no fans, you can't have a prize fight.